Hello, this is Cat Knight Alexander, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy XII. Let's go! And continue on for the Cheetah Uplands. Yeah, continue on through via the place filled with enemies. That's the best I got. This is one of those zones where you're just like, the fuck did that just say? Ah, it's the Uplands. Yes, that place. The first word is gibberish. Okay, time to kill the snake. Come on, time to die, snake. Drown in poisonous acid. Another snake. Slow down. Check the map. Well, come on, time to die. Quality high. 71 gil. Doesn't seem to be much treasure around here. Come on, time to die, you snake. Heh. Got him. Some wind magicite. Just a bunch of snakes. Oh well, time to take them out. Drown in poison. Another snake? Well, time to kill it. Yes, I see the irony of murdering snakes and poison. Well, it's good enough for them, it's good enough for me, I guess. Reminds me of a line from World of Warcraft at the end of Legion when I was trying to get a legendary for my mage. My undead fire mage. So I was like, ooh, this legendary vendor with these legendary gloves looks good. And looks like it would be good. And then I looked at the tagline and I was like, I have to have them now. And it said, of course you can fight fire with fire. You can fight everything with fire. I'm like, yes! Yes! That just sums up my mindset beautifully. Like, yes, I want these now, just for that quote on the gloves. I never got them, but I'm gonna probably farm them out one day. But just for a collection, you know, transmog or something, because that's funny. It's like, of course you can fight fire with fire. You can fight everything with fire, which is so good. Come on, time to die, snake. Die, snake. Brand is now level 32. Well, shit, I'm gonna have to remove her and put in Vaughn. What the hell am I attacking? Oh, there's a snake here? Of course there's a snake here. Got him. Quality hide. kill this lizard. Even though it looks more like a frog, but I mean... Okay, it's a lizard. I totally buy that for $1. Die, lizard. Time to kill this Malboro. Malboro Overking. Got him. Another Overking. Well, time to kill it. Finally back on schedule. And Ash has now got Protect on her. I can take her out and bring in Balthea. But yeah, I finally fixed my schedule, so I'm going to be streaming for an hour. A pessimistic part of me is like, it won't last. You'll find a way to fuck up your sleeping schedule again. It's only a matter of time. Time to die, Malboro Overking. Come on. Time to die, you stupid Malboro. Poison blind slow. Esuna, haha! Cleanse me of the bullshit. I have been cleansed. Penelo is now level 32. Come on, charge up your MP. Come on. And go. You can now take Penelo out and bring in Bosch. Come on. Okay. Time to die. Ah, snake. Come on, time to die. Oh, another snake. Got him. Well, let's check over here. Ah, kitty cat. Time to die. Got him. Just exploring around. The zone. Okay, time to die, kitty. Oh, this reminds me of what I was saying yesterday about Final Fantasy 16. Another criticism I heard that I saw someone go, hey, it looks a lot like a single-player Final Fantasy XIV. Doesn't look that interesting. And I'm just thinking to myself, I mean, when they're talking about the gameplay, and I was just thinking to myself, that's what they said about Final Fantasy XII. So, yeah, I mean, back in the day, I said, oh, it reminds me of a single-player Final Fantasy XI. And I'm like, yeah, same combat system. And here's hoping they don't make the same mistake they did with 12. AKA, just remove the different gameplay styles and make everyone homogenized. Because the reason Final Fantasy XI looked fun to play was because they had job classes. You know? The original Final Fantasy XII was not fun to play because they didn't have job classes. Everyone got the same license grid originally, and it sucked. Because the weaknesses in the battle system became apparent immediately. And so I'm hoping that the other party members, if they're not going to have job classes, per se, I'm hoping the other party members have different gameplay styles that are basically like different job classes in 16. Because that would definitely spice up the gameplay and draw upon the strengths of a single-player MMO battle system. Because otherwise, it would get really damn old, really damn boring, really damn quickly. It's like playing World of Warcraft, but everyone's, say, a Demon Hunter. There is no other class or spec. Everyone's playing a Vengeance Demon Hunter. That would get boring really fucking quickly. So when people made comparisons to Final Fantasy IV and Final Fantasy 16, I'm hoping that the comparisons aren't just superficial, aka medieval setting, and you actually have, like, different characters with different skill sets, and different strengths, different weaknesses to spice up the gameplay. Especially if they plan to make 16 as long as 15, which was longer than 12. Oh, if everyone's the same, that's gonna suck. Come on. Time to die. And I have multiple pathways out. I'm gonna go down to the bottom one and keep going down that way. Ah, kitty cat. Time to kill it. So, yeah. Okay. Time to die, you snake. Oh, great. Windows 10 pop up. I'm gonna have to fix that after this fight. Come on. Another Windows 10 pop-up? Really? Okay, time to die. Oh, another thing I want to talk about, even though it has nothing to do with Final Fantasy XII. Mom and me earlier were having an argument about, you know, asshole women versus asshole men and shit. Mom's kind of in the whole camp of, women have been persecuted over the years, and I'm in the whole camp of, yeah, but men are being persecuted now, and both are bad, and we were arguing about that. And she was like, think of one woman you respect. And I'm like, to be honest, I was so caught off guard. It's like, I don't know. I can barely think of one real guy I respect. I mean, what you're asking a question like out of the blue like that. And I'm just like, what guy do I respect? I mean, what woman do I respect? What person do I respect? I'm like, I don't know. I'll get back to you. I mean, I don't really think about it, shit like that often. I know of people I like, but just because I like something about someone doesn't necessarily mean I respect them. Respect must be earned. And most random people that I'm just saying, very few people just have earned my respect because I know very few people. It's like, I don't know, and then there are days that I'm like, that I don't even really respect my family because they just pull shit like that on me and just annoy the frick out of me, and it's just, to be honest, it's just disrespectful, and I'm just like, okay, so you don't respect me, why should I respect you, shit? So my point is, respect. Mom keeps playing respect with like, and I'm like, there's a difference. You can like someone, but not respect them. And then you could dislike someone and still respect them. And so, I mean, it was one of those questions where I'm like, what does this have to do with the price of tea in China? Trying to figure out what she meant. Like, okay, there are plenty of people whose action has earned my respect over the years, but doesn't mean I necessarily like them. Trying to think of a woman that's earned my respect over the years. Okay, Belle Delphine. Now that I'm not being hounded at, and I can think, I mean, Belle Delphine. I respect the grift. Any woman who could sell her bath water to horny men on the internet as a reasonable proposition and make bank from it. I'm sorry, that type of woman earns my respect. Like her, I don't really like her or hate her. I don't know much about her, but based on that one action, she earned my fucking respect. I mean, good God. As for a guy I respect, I mean, there's... Pyromancer? Anyone who could do WoW theories and actually get the lore right, the future lore right, and call shit, is doing something right, in my opinion. As for liking Pyromancer as a person, again, I don't know him personally, so I can't really say. But yeah, I mean, once I'm actually able to think and not just be hounded on in the middle of an argument, yeah, there are plenty of people I respect. It just doesn't necessarily mean I like them or hate them. As for a woman I like, let me think. A woman I like. That requires a personal connection. I mean, I wouldn't say I like Mom. I love Mom because she's my mother, and I love Grandma because she's my grandmother, but there's a difference between familial love and just outright like. AKA, you know that old expression. You love your family, but sometimes distance makes the heart grow fonder. Wish I had that luxury. I wish I could be like my grandma and just be away from her. I'm pretty sure she feels the same way about her brothers, is my point. She loves them, but to say she likes spending time with them, let's be real, I don't think she does. No. I think she's glad she's far away from her brothers most of the time. And I'm pretty much like that with my mom, grandma, and my mom and grandma. I can take them in small doses. Unfortunately, if I don't take them in small doses, I tend to get really pissed off and enraged every once in a while. And unfortunately, I don't have the luxury of distance, so a lot of screaming in my house. Don't worry, no one's hurt in the process of the screaming. Outside of maybe feelings on everyone involved. It happens. Just family shit. But Dad, I like spending time with Dad. So yeah, Dad would be an example of a guy I like, but a woman I like, that requires personal interaction, and as I said, I have very few people I interact with personally. So yeah, what can I say? I'm kind of a loner, to be honest. I wouldn't say introvert, just loner. I'm like a weird mixture of an introvert and an extrovert, to be honest. When I'm around people, I get overly talkative and chatty, and I just like being open and social, but after like an X amount of time, I get drained, and then I just have to hide by myself to recoup, or I get pissy. And trust me, people wouldn't like me when I'm pissy. I can't even stand myself when I'm angry at times. What makes you think anyone else can stand me? Sad but true. Oh, everyone's level 32 now. Oh, okay, I must have missed the level ups. But yeah, it's just one of those cases where I just wanted to talk about that because I finally thought about it and I finally had something to say on the matter. I mean, in my mind, there's a difference between like and respect. You can respect an enemy. You can hate someone's fucking guts and go, you know what? I fucking hate your sorry bitch ass, but I respect it, you know? I can't say you suck at what you do, I just don't like it. Best example, China. I hate the CCP. But you can't help but respect the CCP for the totalitarian BS they've been doing. You can't help but respect an enemy that soul-crushingly evil. You can't look at them and go, yeah, you suck at what you do. No. China is really good at fucking over their citizens. You can't help but respect how good they are at fucking people over. I may not like it, but I respect it. Kinda takes talent. To fuck that many people over and still be a functioning economic powerhouse and adversary. They may not be doing things right on the moral front, but they're really, really good at the logistics front, okay? They're definitely not North Korea, who fuck over their populace and suck at being a country. North Korea I don't respect. North Korea I laugh at. They're a joke. Rocket Man is also someone I hear might be dead soon. Hey, good riddance. Here's hoping, one, that his sister isn't a totalitarian asshat. Yeah, I'm not gonna hold my breath on that one. And two, here's hoping she can fix the country if she is a pro-peace, pro-democracy, pro-freedom type individual who's just been hiding under the radar all these years, avoiding her brother's death stare. I mean, after all, family is a weakness. I mean, maybe he's so incompetent that he didn't even see the treason in his own sister. It could happen. Something good could come out of 2020. As I said, I'm not going to hold my breath, but it could happen. I mean, South Korea is already wanting peace. It would be a really nice turn of events if the current leader of North Korea wanted to turn over a new leaf and wanted peace and restoration of democracy and trade with the outside world and freedom. And my point is, the world could, who knows, maybe the world's going to get better in one way and get worse in others. One can only hope, right? Again, I'm not going to hold my breath because, well, hopes failed on me way too often for me to actually spend energy hoping. In other words, I'll believe it when I see it. I'll be like, holy shit, something good actually happened. What's the catch? But until the good thing happens, I'm not going to be asking that question. I'm going to be like, I'm just going to assume everything's going to go to shit. I'm just going to assume that the sister takes over, she's basically just the current leader, but with PMS and monthly cramps and is about to nuke the world on her period. Okay, I'm just going to assume things are going to get worse. I've always been in the mindset of just assume things are going to go bad, and that way you're always pleasantly surprised when the world ends up going better than you thought. Also, if you always say, we're all going to die every 5 seconds, eventually you'll be right. And I love being right, so I mean, I always focus on the negatives. Really, in a lot of cases. Like, how badly are we going to be fucked today, boys? Either way, we should pepper our anuses and bend over. It's going to be a bumpy ride. I never look forward to shit. I've been burned too many times. And I know Mom would say that's a bit contradictory concerning some of the things you've said, and I'm like, yeah. It is a bit contradictory. I'm still human. I still have a teensy shred of hope in me. I hate that side of me. Because I just know that teensy shred of hope is going to make me feel bad in the end. What can I say? I'm a bit of a realist. I'm a realist. Things can go good if things go the right way. I'm just going by the data and going, the most likely outcome is this. And this outcome is that might actually be somewhat good. That being said, as I said, I'm a realist. Nothing is not won without blood and sacrifice, so when I see something positive on the horizon, it usually means something bad's about to happen first, or something that most people would consider bad and horrible and horrific and nightmarish. In other words, it's always darkest before the dawn. If you see dawn, that means there's basically a lot of darkness coming your way. As a realist, the way I try to keep myself sane is I focus on both the darkness and dawn equally, and then try to see the good and the bad and the good. It's the only way I can keep myself sane and balanced instead of just a complete negative Nancy pessimist, despite the fact I focus a lot on the negative. It's like the upcoming election. My mom still has hope that Trump's not going to win, and I'm just like, yeah. Based on the data, Trump is most likely going to win. It does not matter how much you try to manifest into the universe that the other guy's going to win. It's just not going to happen. You want to know why it's not going to happen? Because for every person like Mom who is disenfranchised with Trump, who hates his fucking guts, there are 10 self-centered pragmatists who are like, yeah, but if I vote for the other guy, I'm fucked. Why would I vote for someone that's going to fuck me? Even if I hate them. I'm going to vote for this guy. And that's the thing Mom doesn't seem to get. She doesn't understand how many people have actually benefit from Trump's current policies. Because she's been drinking the mainstream media Kool-Aid, and she doesn't seem to get that just because there are people who are disenfranchised with the guy doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to vote, that, you know, everyone's going to vote against him. The loudest voices are always the most negative, but the loudest actions are usually the most positive. That's the thing I've learned over the years. Positivity is never focused on, and it's just rendered silent, and the only way it responds is by action. So even though all she hears is, Trump is bad, Trump is bad, Trump is bad, she doesn't hear about the 10 times the amount of people who are like, actually the mainstream media is bad, actually the mainstream media is bad, fuck these people, I'm voting for who I want. They didn't hear it in 2016, and they're not going to hear it now. That's the problem with framing someone, you know. That's the problem with, you know, the whole mainstream media framing of Trump as some sort of enemy of the Republic who doesn't follow the rules and will do anything he can in order to win. Once you frame that guy like that, as like this negative, evil force, this literally Hitler guy, it doesn't matter if it's true or false. If the other side of the debate starts attacking people in the street who don't support their BS, outright support their BS, and are just like a bit more moderate, then they're going to vote for the other guy out of spite. Nobody sees the radical left rioting in the fucking streets and thinks to themselves, oh yeah, I'm only going to vote for the party that that these people are supporters of. Yeah, I'm totally going to vote for the guy that these guys want me to vote for. No, I'm going to vote for the person who isn't putting a gun to my head and threatens to put a gun to their heads. Even if they don't do it, I'm still voting for them out of desperation. So yeah, hate to get overly political, but sad truth of the matter is, positivity rings louder than negativity in the end, even if all you hear is the negative. People only hear the negative, but they seek the positive. And the reason they seek the positive is because they only hear the negative. And people are intellectually inclined to seek salvation in a way. I mean, no one just gives up completely. They may not have hope for a better tomorrow, but if they can't hope that things will get better, they will find a way to make it better with their own hands. They'll take action, if you will. If they can't get the world they want by just sitting around doing nothing, then they'll do something. Even if that thing is simply voting for a so-called evil orange man that everyone supposedly hates. Because that's the mindset of most people is this. You're already condemned as evil. You're already condemned as evil by the other side. Even if you vote for the other side, you still won't get what you want, because at the end of the day, you know, they're basically opposed to your very existence at this point. They see you as evil. They you know, and even if there are some moderates in there who aren't as loud, you know, they don't. Most people just don't seek the positive in the other side. I mean, why would you seek the positive in the other side? I mean, people are trying to burn your shit down. They're chanting rhetoric you've heard before from one side. Why would you look for salvation on that side? Most people, at that point, will just vote for the other side out of desperation, because it's much easier to find the positive virtues in the other side than it is to find the positive virtues in the current side that's attacking you. And even then, if there were the positive virtues in the side that's currently attacking you truly mattered, and truly were going to change shit, then it would have changed shit already, because they would have reined in the radicals. They would have done something. Conclusion, they can't do anything, either because they're powerless and there's not enough good people on that side to matter, or B, there's, well, no actual good people on that side, and they're virtue signaling in order to try to get your vote. In which case, you go for the other side that claims they want to do something about the problem. Even if they go too far, it's still better than nothing in the minds of most people. That's human psychology. It's not tribalism, it's per se, it's survival. Most people don't give a shit about the right or left in the US, let's be real. Most people don't even vote. The reason most people vote is when something affects them. And while one side's affecting them negatively, the other side gets the vote. Because in their mind, that means the situation has become unbalanced and they need to be brought to heel. Like, oh, no, you're running everything for me. No, you've gone too far. They need to be brought to heel at any cost. It's the whole reason the Nazis, unfortunately, rose to power in the Weimar Republic in history. Think about it. Communists were wrecking shit. The only people willing to do anything about it weren't the more moderate right, like today, but the actual outright fucking Nazis who went out there in counter-protests and basically beat the shit out of them. So when their so-called National Socialist Party effectively started running for office eventually after like almost over a decade of fucking chaos, you know, they were like, I'll give you the vote. I'm not a fan of what you're planning to do to what you're claiming about the Jews, and I think you might go too far on that, but I'll give you the vote if you just get rid of these fuckers. Save me and you have earned my loyalty. That's most people. Solve the problem, and I will support you to the ends of the earth. And, well, there's no way to convince someone out of that mindset unless you actually try to help them yourself. Saying, oh, you're willing to throw in your lot with the Nazis just because it benefits you, then you are also a Nazi and I'm going to kill you. No, that just causes them to double down even harder because you're threatening their existence. What were you expecting? Most humans, no matter what their mindset is, they're capitalists. How in the hell do I get something that benefits me? How do I survive? How do I prosper? How do I function? They're individuals who want to flourish. And if the only people allowing them to flourish are assholes, then they'll vote for the assholes. You don't want them to vote for the assholes? Stop being, well, an even bigger asshole, really. Because it doesn't matter what policies you have if the other policy you possess is literally just anyone who disagrees with me gets punched. That's not how you get people's loyalty. It's also the reason why once the Nazis actually gained power and they went too far, people started doing German undergrounds and revolting against them. Because again, they adopted that rhetoric of the other side. The people that voted for them got pissed, and they decided to do something about it. That's just human nature. And that's the reason why Trump will win. Not because Trump's a nice guy, but because Trump is an asshole willing to murder the even bigger assholes if need be. He has ranted on Twitter about sending in the military, and for the military to say, no, we're not doing anything about this. The very fact he suggested it is enough to get people's loyalty, because most people at this point are pissed off in the big cities, and they want something done about these riots. They don't care if innocent people die and get caught in the crossfire who are actually peacefully protesting. They don't care. At this point, it's survival of the fittest, and in their minds, the streets have become a battlefield, and they want to win. Trump's offering them victory. And victory is too tantalizing to pass up for most people. Sad, but true. Even if he doesn't deliver on the victory, they're still going to vote, based on what they want. Only a fool assumes that people based on policy. People based on what benefits them. People vote on what keeps food on the table, keeps them safe, relative, or at least safe enough, secure. They vote on survival. And at the end of the day, yeah, people will drop dead from the virus, but, because of the lockdowns, their businesses are pretty much destroyed. They are starving. Some of them. They're desperate. They're hungry. They're pissed off. And then they see a bunch of people on the side opposite of Trump burning down their other people's shit and even their own shit that they used to have or still have because they have a bit of cushion in the bank, and then it's all gone because it burnt down. My point is, everyone just sees the writing on the wall and goes, this is the side of starving me and trying to break me into submission via authoritarianism. This is the side of me financially prospering, even though innocent people will die of the virus. I could still potentially be at risk of the virus and die, but if nothing is done about this side, then I will either die, either because of people burning me to death, shooting me, or just outright starving to death because of the financial ruin I've incurred because some people are afraid of germs and other people are burning shit down. And thus they're forced to go, well, which one offers me the most benefits? Which one keeps me well-fed and alive? And they choose the side that keeps them well-fed and alive. The side of economy, the side of, of law and order. They choose what's best for them. Only a fool chooses a side based off of ideology. Smart people choose sides based on what they get. And no amount of free gives is making the feeling of loss go away. And when people lose their businesses, it's like losing a family member. Especially with something they worked hard to build themselves, something they created with their own hands, and then they lose it because of some asshole. That hurts. Just as much as losing a family member. So yes, there are people who have lost family members due to the virus. But there are way, way more people who have lost, businesses because of the lockdowns and the riots. Or nearly lost businesses because of the lockdowns and riots, but the charity of people brought them back from the brink. So yeah. No amount of pandemic fears will sway this election. Unless the pandemic is literally civilization ending. Like bodies are dropping into streets every 5 seconds. Bad. And that hasn't happened. And since that hasn't happened, most people are like, yeah, I'll go with the side that deals with my more immediate, right-in-my-face concerns. Because that's the thing, no one gives a shit about potentially catching a souped-up version of the common cold that may kill them if they have underlying conditions, if the biggest underlying condition they have is a gun to their head. Or their business burning, or them starving slowly to death because they can't afford food because of a lockdown. Mom's right. Most people don't plan ahead and they only think about the immediate circumstance. But that's the thing. As immediate as the virus is, there's even more immediate circumstances that the side of the lockdowns, the Democrats won't address. AKA violence, death, destruction, financial ruin. Only an idiot is worrying about whether or not the guy in front of them has the coof or not if they have a gun to their head. Most people are focusing on the gun and going, oh well, if I die of the coof, I die of the coof. Oh well, at least I lived this scenario. Doesn't matter if you're going to get sick and die of a virus from the dude pointing the gun at you. If they're pointing the gun at you and they fire and blow your brains out. I mean, violent hate mobs are kind of a higher on the tier list of problems for most people. And even if most of the protests are peaceful, like the mainstream media is claiming, it still doesn't change the fact that if there's a massive fucking hate mob burning shit down, it's traveling the country to cause chaos, which it seems to be the case, based on the evidence, that eventually, inevitably, they'll come to your location. If they haven't already. And the criteria for this BLM hate mob seems to be perceived police brutality, aka the police killing someone of color. I have to ask this question to my mom and grandma. How long until a cop in Lincoln City pulls over a black dude? The black dude was legally pulled over. The black dude started firing like a fuck ton of rounds. It happens occasionally, once in a blue moon. And the black dude is killed legally and justifiably by the cops trying to save their own lives. And then the hate mob comes here. How long? It's not if, it's when. Black people exist all over the country. We're a tourist trap. Think about it. How long until they come here? Start the timer. Because inevitably, if nothing's done about them, they will come here. Even if the other 99% of the protests are peaceful, that 1%, if not dealt with, is a problem. If you have a 1% margin of error, space launches are canceled. Let that sink in. 1% is still a problem. It's not always the case of big number good, small number bad, therefore small problem. A problem is a problem, no matter the percentage. I mean, let's just say only 1% of the world population are psychopaths. Therefore, psychopaths aren't that big of a problem. But if all 1% gather in one location and start, murdering people, then you have a problem, don't you? 1% spread out over a large area, kind of a problem. 1% concentrated in an area, big problem. Just how math works. Sorry. I didn't make mathematics. I just follow the rules of math. I didn't make the universe. I didn't make mathematics, science, and all this shit. Human nature. I didn't make any of this shit. I'm just going by the data. If you believe in a higher power, get pissed off at them. Or if you don't believe in a higher power, just punch a wall and rage, because there's really no one to blame outside of just nature. Either way, not my problem. Don't get pissed off at me. I'm just telling it like it is. If that offends you, then, well, not my problem. Though if you try to censor me, you might make it my problem. A really good way to piss me off is try to censor me. Sorry for getting a little bit preachy today. It's just, arguing with Mom brings that out. And since I brought up that, it just flows, you know. You know how I am. I have no filter. Information just flows out of me. I'm the type of guy that would be killed in a totalitarian regime first, because I'm a never-ending fountain of information. And, well, we can't have people like me spreading that around. Someone might actually learn to think for themselves. So, yeah. Well, there was really nothing to talk about during this almost hour-long stream at this point of nothing but just killing enemies in the cheetah uplands, trying to find my way. Because, damn, this is a massive fucking area. So, yeah, I got overly political in a Final Fantasy XII LP stream. Whatever. It's better than me just going, and I'll kill this snake, and then I'll kill this other snake, and then I'll... You know, I need to do this more often. I was having more fun doing it this way.
I can't.
Now, that would probably defeat the purpose of the weekly whatever streams. But you know what? Who cares? Weekly whatever streams are really just an excuse for me to play whatever online game I'm playing at the time. Doesn't necessarily have to be WoW. Doesn't even have to be talking about the week. I can just talk about the week in every single LP episode. Fuck it. I'm a talker. You're gonna have to kill me, you know, in order to shut me up. I'm tired. I'm tired of just keeping shit to myself. Oh, let's just say there's a reason why the government hasn't given me any classified intel. Because I tell you all what it was, and then they had to kill me. And, well, probably half the internet knowing my luck, because the video would go viral. What? Captain Alexander has talked with the government and has confirmed the existence of aliens? Oh my god! Captain Alexander has been to Area 51 and described it in infinite detail? We can't have that. Literally kill half of the world population to keep this under wraps. Because that'd be the one episode that'd go viral, probably, knowing my luck. I actually had that intel. Be like the Nazi pug for Count Dankula, except I'd be in way more hot water in that scenario. You think butthurt people on the internet demanding the Scottish government fine the dude is bad? I mean, imagine if I pissed off the CIA or something. Yeah, no, let's not do that. I like life. Ah, yes, this is the path to another area. No, I'll just do some licenses, make a backup save, and keep going. This might be a bit of a longer stream because I want to make some progress. I mean, surely progress is what you want to say, right? Ocean Hole 3. 1,000 needles. There we go. And done. White Mage. A lot of 70s. Magic Lore. Magic Lore. Oh, let's just get, Magic Lore, Magic Lore. Serenity. Increases magic power when HP is full. A Gambit slot. Okay. Serenity. Magic Lore. Swiftness. Magic Lore. More powerful magic. Okay, Archer. 70. Focus increases strength when HP is full. There's an accessory slot. Bows down here. I'll invest in bow 6. Phoenix Lore. And, well, that's it. Soul Eater. Then invest in the 70s. Focus, Gambit slot. Accessories. Diamond Sword. Battle Lore. Great Swords, Claymore, Shields. Yeah, okay. Time Battle Mage. Accessories. Serenity. Last Stand. Let's try Accessories 14. Accessories 15. Accessories 16. Serenity. Next one will be probably Heavy Armor 9. Magic Lore. Ah, 65. Spell Breaker. Okay, good. Save Crystal, make a backup save, and I'll keep going. Ooh, a chest. Time to kill this kitty cat. Besides, it's Final Fantasy XII. I know people don't want to hear about modern politics, but unfortunately, if there's one thing I've learned over the years, is that you may not care about politics, but I know this is an old saying, but you may not care about politics, but politics cares about you. AKA, no one really gives a shit about politics until the Nazis take power, and suddenly you give a shit, especially if you're a Jew, and you're like, well, this went badly, if only there was a way to stop this from happening. Gee, I wonder, in a republic, I wonder how you would, a democratic republic, I wonder how you would stop that from happening. Huh. Nope, can't think of a way, it's not like voting works, carry on. Dragon Shield, nice! Kill the kitty cats. And got him. Ah, chest. Let's pick it up. 95 gil. Ah, snake. Huh. Time to die, snakes. Level 33. Chanel was the last one to need a level. Come on. But yeah, that's pretty much my mindset. I've always viewed life pretty much as a battlefield. And well, at the end of the day, or a video game level, or anything really entirely competitive with massive stakes, to be honest. And well, countless other people view it the same way. And guess what? Unlike me, they don't believe in live and let live. They believe in my way or the highway. And well, being run over hurts. I haven't been run over, but I don't need to be run over to tell you that. I mean... My point is, a lot of people better start caring before it's too late. Because all it takes is a minority of assholes, really, to ruin everything if most people just sit around and just let them do whatever. Mom's right. The radical left, the true radical left, not the people who have been brainwashed with the bullshit, necessarily, the useful idiots. The true radical left, the people orchestrating stuff, they are a minority. But, yeah. One thing I've learned from watching people play RTS, all it takes is one fucking hero unit and a bunch of idiot peons willing to follow instructions to cause enough chaos on the battlefield and result in a victory for the hero unit. In other words, what I'm trying to say is, you only need a handful of assholes and a bunch of idiots, and then suddenly everything goes up in flames. If no one's there to, well, hold the line. If everyone's just too busy doing their own thing, not even really caring about the objective. In some cases, not even knowing there's a flag to guard, and then like 10 people in Warsong Gulch walk into the flag room, take the flag, and cap it. That Warsong Gulch is going to be over in about 5 minutes. Hell, it doesn't even need 10 people. If only one person on the enemy team just walks in and caps it each time, Warsong Gulch, over in 5 minutes. You don't need a majority to win. You just need one determined dude and a bunch of people who have no idea what the fuck they're doing and just standing around like, what? It doesn't concern me. And then suddenly one side wins over the other. I mean, what a radical concept. One person can make a difference. Unfortunately, that statement's not always positive. Sometimes one person can destroy a planet. Not all differences are good. Not all changes are positive. You can be progressive and progress everyone towards a cliff. I don't know, call me crazy. As someone who doesn't want to jump off a cliff, no matter who tells me to jump, yeah, I would rather course correct. Can we turn the Titanic around before we hit the iceberg? Is there one person on this ship that's worth a damn, or do I have to go shooting into the fucking metaphorically speaking, into the captain's chair and just take control of the wheel and turn it myself? Good God. Ugh. Who's driving this thing? It's pretty much my thoughts when I got into politics. It's like, oh my God, what the hell's going on? This is horrible. Who's driving this thing? Don't you see the motherfucking iceberg? Are you all fucking retarded? Or do you just want to die that badly? I mean, you do you, but I mean, I'll throw you overboard and let you drown if you want to die that badly. We don't have to crash the ship, people. I mean, you can just jump off the ship and drown, okay? Meanwhile, the rest of us can just turn this thing around, you know? The ones of us that want to, you know, live. Everyone can get what they want in this case. There's no need to bicker and decide who's in control here. I mean, we're both in control, technically. You can do you and we can do us, and everyone can be happy. There's no reason to just take us down with you. Fortunately, some people don't see it that way. Some people are like, what's the point of bringing ruin to myself and destroying everything if humanity doesn't die with us? And I'm like, oh, I hate people like that. Especially when they get overly sanctimonious about it too, like Seymour Guado in Final Fantasy X. If all life were to end, all suffering were to end. I'm like, yeah, whatever. If you want to jump off a bridge that badly, go ahead and do it. But I want to end your suffering. No thanks. To quote Ellen in Storm Rage, I am my scars. I'm fine. No need to cast Ultima, man. Just go over there and die by yourself. It's not hard. Trust me. But unfortunately, for like every 1,000 people on the planet that are more like me, there's like one person who's more like Seymour, who's like, I'm going to grant you salvation. And by salvation, I mean I'm going to destroy everything. But trust me, only by destroying everything can the world be made a better place. I mean, don't you want the world to be better? Just bend over and take the reaming. What's wrong with suffering and death and destruction? You act like this is a bad thing. And I'm like, yeah, because I think it's a bad thing. Gee, I wonder why I would think that. What about pain, suffering, and death would make me, you know, want to maximize the other shit and minimize the other shit as much as possible? What would want me to min-max my productivity? What would make me want to be successful while avoiding as much as the failure state as possible? What would make me want to be a winner instead of a loser? Gee, I wonder. What would make me want to succeed instead of fail and suffer horribly? I honestly don't know why everyone isn't just a masochist or something. I mean, what's wrong with pain, suffering, agony, death, destruction, and ruin? I mean, it's not like civilization never produced anything good. I swear, there are a lot of people who actually think that. And it irritates me. I'm like, to the point I just want to beat the shit out of them, yet if I did that, I'd be the one arrested. They want to burn civilization to the ground, and yet I'm the problem for wanting to beat the shit out of them. Okay. Yes, I got it. I'm the asshole. I enjoy life. How dare I enjoy something that everyone is born with and fights to keep? And these snakes are trying to take me down, but I've got them. Get up and die, you fucking snakes! Fucking A!
No.
I'm gonna take Fran and Penelo out, and then I'm gonna bring in Vaughn and Balthier. I need some heavy hitters. Kill that fucking snake, Vaughn! You stupid snakes are wrecking me! Okay, got him. And now I need to Alt-Tab because a Windows 10 pop-up is blocking the HUD. Okay. Raise. Fran. And then raise. Canelo. That's the way forward. I don't want to do that just yet. I want to explore around the uplands some more.
Yeah.
I'll probably end the stream once I find another save crystal and I've pretty much explored the entirety of the uplands. Come on, time to die. Die now. So, but the end is dead. Time to die, kitty cat. Asuna? Nice. Have I explored up here? Yeah, I think I... Oh, no, wait. I don't think I've explored up here. Or if I have, I mean, I missed that chest. Now there's Malboros up here. I don't think I explored up here. Come on, time to die, Malboro. Come on. Got him. Fruit. $98 gil. Protect on everyone. Nice. Let's check down here for a chest. Ah, there is one. Blind gun. Good thing I checked down there. I now have blind gun. The ability to blind assholes. Plural. Okay, time to die, kitty cat. Okay, Asuna. And there seems to be one more area I have not gone to, and I think that's the place with the orange crystal of this zone. Okay. Gotta make my way to the last area of the uplands. Almost made it to the area. Ah, there's a snake in the grass in my way. More likely a snake in the field. Well, there's grass behind it. Maybe it was in the grass before. I didn't see. Draw distance and all that. Quality hide. Win magicite. Ah, yes. Oh, there's another area I need to explore before I... And this is where the kid is. Well, I need to explore this area real quick before I... end off the stream back at the Orange Crystal. Silenced, of course. Suna. Time to chill out, guys. Come on. Time to die. Chill out. Check up here for a chest. Kill the snake. Ash is now level 34. Take Ash out, bring in Fran. Let's check down here. Time to kill these snakes. Oh, and there's a bell wyvern as well. Come on, time to die, snake. Quality hide. Ooh, a chest. I need to get that after I kill the snake. Got him. Penetrator crossbow. Ooh, is that a better crossbow? Well, might as well equip it to Ash. I'm thinking about it. It's a better crossbow. The Penetrator. Huh. Okay. Come on, time to die, Bell Wyvern. Got him, finally. Spiral Incisor. Agate Ring. Time to kill this Bell Wyvern. And well, I think I've pretty much almost canvassed the area. Come on, time to die, you stupid wyvern. Gale, of course. Come on, time to die, wyvern. It's only a matter of time. Come on. Damn it, the snake is attacking my ranged character. I'm gonna have to kill the snake. Fucking snake. Fine. Quickening. Fires of War. Serpent. Let's go. God damn it.
I never miss.
Ah, that's irritating. Fucking interrupted me. Well, time to take these guys out and bring in this team, the reserve team, and then just kill the fucking wyvern! And then have Ash cast Raise on Fran. Take out Bosch and Ass. And Ash. Bosch and Ass. I swear, my mouth is just not working. It's like Bosch and Ash. Enunciate! Oh, good God. Do I have any Phoenix Downs? I have 12. Both there. Huh. Okay. Time to kill the snake. Well, time to kill this lizard. Come on, time to die, kitty cats. Okay, Echo Hubs. There we go. But yeah, it's another thing I hate about people. Oh, this person said this, therefore they're a bad person, and I'm just like, okay, You just heard the flub I just did. Everyone fucking misspeaks or says something that stupid that after a while they're just like, even if they don't publicly admit it, they just think to themselves later, yeah, I shouldn't have said that. Or yeah, that's gonna be taken out of context later. Oh well, what's done's done. Apology is weakness, might as well just keep going. Countless people do that. I always judge by what people actually do themselves. And I hate the whole, well, this person, you know, didn't stop this, and therefore they're just as guilty of that. And I'm just like, did they even necessarily know it was happening? That was always the question I have. Did they know it was happening? Well, they're in charge. They should know what's happening.
Yeah.
And I've always found that to be just an incredibly fucking stupid take. I'm like, you do realize underlings lie, right? That's always a thing I've always found funny. It's just, this person's evil because something their lackey did was immoral, and I'm like, okay, but are they really evil per se? Sometimes that's the case, like Emperor Gestahl. He knew what was going to happen to Doma Castle as soon as he put Kefka in charge and called away the more honorable general, aka Leo. Yeah, he knew. He even outright apologized to the party, but that apology was a fucking lie. He virtue signaled about that being a travesty, and he had no idea what Kefka was going to do, and locked him up in prison for it. And it was all a charade orchestrated by him and Kefka to get the trust of the party so they could get what they really wanted. He knew! He knew what was going to happen to fucking Doma! But that's the thing. Not all leaders actually know what their lackeys have been up to, necessarily. When they ask them to report in, it's like, report in, what have you done? That report could just be a complete fabrication. I mean, like, look at Camp Taraho with the Alliance. According to the lore, the Camp Taraho massacre happened because the leader of the platoon out there in the Southern Barrens, the Alliance platoon, thought it was some sort of suicide rush attack when the civilians were evacuating with no weapons. Even though they were running a completely different direction than the encampment, were carrying what little supplies they had on their backs, and weren't even armed. Varian bought that, and it was like, oh, okay, they were rushing right at you, I guess? Yeah, okay, I get that, but if you talk to the survivors of Camp fucking Taraho, the civilians, they're like, we weren't even running at a dude. Does that mean Varian's guilty of genocide? No! Varian didn't tell him to do it. Varian just bought the lie of his commanding officer. He was deceived. But it still doesn't change to a fact that the guy massacred Camp Taraho. It's like, good God. And so every time someone says, the leader must have known what these people were doing. You know, because his opposition said they were doing it. That's not necessarily the case. I mean, if someone you don't trust to begin with says, people under your command are doing heinous things, you would just assume that's propaganda, right? You wouldn't necessarily go, oh yeah, you did a bad man. And, well, let's be real here. You know, I think that if Varian heard from, if Bane heard from Camp Tarajo what happened, and Bane told Varian, then, well, Varian probably would have eventually reached Varian's ears. He would have trusted Bane because of his son Anduin, but that would have taken time. And, well, as we find out in the Southern Barons quest line on the Horde side, the dude was brought to justice by the Horde on the battlefield. They murdered the bitch. They lynched him. Good old-fashioned lynching. At least at least I think you would call it a lynching. Well, they pretty much ripped his head off. Good enough. Whatever. Point is, they murdered him. They outright murdered him. They're like, yeah, no, you're not getting away with this. But the point is, had they not murdered him, I'm pretty sure the dude would have eventually been brought to justice. You know what I mean? Because Varian's not the type of guy to condone just outright fucking genocide. And he would have basically brought the dude up on a lot of charges. But that's the point I'm trying to make. Just because someone's in charge doesn't mean they're necessarily responsible for a negative action of their lackeys, and it doesn't mean the lackeys told them the truth. And the person is, you know, a really good liar, and is somewhat trusted by the person in charge, then, well, you get what I'm saying. It could totally end up being the case that treachery won't be found out for a long time, and by the time it is found out, it's too late to do anything about it, really. So the whole point of, oh, this politician in this country, or this politician in that country, oh, they knew what was happening. Stop pretending that they aren't guilty. Well, in actuality, you have to prove they knew. Did they know? It's entirely plausible they didn't know. And that's the thing I hate. And, well, I'm just bringing this up, not really just because of modern politics, but just in general. Whether it's a political narrative or in fiction or the real world, it's just, there's more than just, this person in charge is bad and evil and must be destroyed because these lackeys did this shit. Now there's usually more to it than that. There's usually some nuance. So yeah, that's pretty much my big beef with people. It's like, oh, this person knew because, I mean, we don't like them, and therefore it fits our narrative for them to be knowing and complicit in this action, even though we don't actually know that they knew shit, and that, who knows, maybe they would have come out against the action that they had if they knew. The old expression, one person's hero is another person's villain. In other words, is this person being demonized because they did horrible shit, or are they being demonized because that side needs to demonize them in order to justify their hatred of them? Because, yeah, that is actually a thing. I mean, so many people have been vilified, not because they're horrible people, but because it fits the political narrative of the time. And so many people are praised and are called the best thing since sliced bread during the time they are in charge, even though they end up being vilified later, because it fits the political narrative of the time. I mean, look at Hitler. There were people praising Hitler when he first got into power, saying, "Oh yeah, this dude's great." You know, the mainstream media of the time is like, "Oh yeah, this dude's great. He's awesome. We should be more like Germany. Germany's awesome, man." And then when he started doing bad shit, they're like, "Disavow, disavow. When have we ever said Hitler was a good guy? Stop putting words in our mouth." Yeah, sure. Great Swords 1. I have 270s left. Last Stand. Then a Gambit slot. And then 75, and I don't have enough points. But if I did, I would just get Heaven's Wrath. Multiple 70s left. Mystic Armor 9, Magic Lore, Accessories, Serenity, Accessories. I'll get Accessories 14, there we go. And well, time to save and end the stream here. Overwrite this save, and, well, that's all for this episode of my Let's Play of Final Fantasy XII. If you like what you've seen, please give me a follow if you haven't already, or subscribe to me on YouTube if you're watching there. And, well, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow for more Final Fantasy XII. In any case, this has been Captain Alexander. See you later. Bye-bye. Before you go, it's time for me to find a raid target on Twitch. So I'm going to go do that. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they were
Pause. Anyone playing Final Fantasy XII other than me? Plenty of people. Well, I'll raid Vicky, Bunny, Angel. Whoever they are. Well, fine. I hate women so damn much, according to my mom, during that one rant that I'm kidding. I'm not actually poking fun at her. But I have to make the joke. I hate women so damn much, according to my mom, that I'm going to raid a female streamer because giving my viewers to a woman is somehow something an asshole who hates women would do. Waha! I've outwitted you! I'm kidding. Don't take offense, Mom or Grandma. I'm just poking fun. It's just a jest.